Hi guys, so as I promised that we're gonna talk about my traumas, so here I am with a new video talking about my traumas. I decided to do my best and share one video per week on my YouTube channel, but I don't want to be harsh on myself. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Sometimes I'm just not inspired, and I think talking about stuff at the moment we're not inspired, it just like doesn't do the job properly. Anyway, me and this anyway, let's just start talking about my traumas. So I think I mentioned in a video that I in the first one that I shared on YouTube. I don't know anymore, I'm just like completely lost. um First, I want to say, let's start from my childhood. Um, I really didn't had a father figure next to me. I mean, my dad was alive. He was married to my mom until I was 18, but I cannot tell that he was really my parent in the right way. And I was definitely not his favorite child. And I kind of had this lack of love from my father, and I was really attached to my uncle until he got married. Uh, he was like my favorite person, and yeah, then he got married and he had all his own kids. So I wasn't in the story anymore, and I was also very attached to my grandpa. I loved him so much, I still do, but he passed away when I was, I don't know, maybe fourth grade or something like that. So I basically uh, lost in some kind of way every male figure that I was um, attached to, let's say it that way. Also, I want to say that I was married once, and my marriage failed. So once again, I lost a male figure in my life that I was. I don't think that attached is a like right word, but like, yeah, I don't think I can find the right word at this moment right now because I need to think fast and I just cannot. Anyway, um, you can already realize that all these things are making me having daddy issues, which nowadays is used in a funny way and in a way like that's something sexy and good and I don't know, funny, but it's not. It's not because the chances of that trauma sabotaging potentially good relationship, that's not funny at all. I don't think it's funny, especially not when you come at my age. I'm almost 32. I'm gonna tell you about my last relationship, and it is not about the guy that I was talking last time, because last guy that I was seeing, we were never officially in relationship. So that's not my last relationship. My last relationship was with the guy before him, who was older than me, like 15 years. First sign of daddy issues. And what was basically happening in my relationships, there were like two stories. I don't know if I said this in the first video, maybe I didn't, maybe I did, but I'm gonna repeat it anyway. Either the person doesn't want me or doesn't want to have a relationship with me, and I'm falling in love so deeply into them that I start chasing them. And that thing comes from this trauma where I got used to the fact that I have to fight for love, that I had to fight for my dad to love me. I had to be like a good kid so he would love me. And I was, the thing that I was always thinking, if those people would just give me a chance to be with them, I would love them so hard that my love would like heal them. Trauma bond. Yeah, because those people were actually never good for me. But I was thinking that my love is gonna change them and heal them, and then they're gonna be right for me, you know. And then that would be like one scenario. And then there is other scenario where I start a relationship with somebody, and that person starts like loving me so much that I'm kind of getting an ick, because they are so in love with me that I'm just like, I don't think this is right. It's kind of like literally every time when a guy falls in love with me so much, they start losing their personality. They are trying to please me in every possible way. They are doing everything for me. They are like kind of obsessed with me. Not all of them, but a lot of them were like that. And that would like scare me. And I would think this is not healthy, because I feel like, I don't know, like right now I know that what is needed is fucking balance. And what was happening then, like listening me telling you guys all this stuff, you can see that actually I was either a person that I was falling in love so deep into. So I was like, I hope you're gonna understand it. I was mirroring. Okay, let's see. In a case where in the first scenario where I said that I fall in love and I chase and I'm trying to prove my love to somebody, blah, blah, blah. I am my partner actually from a second scenario. In a second scenario, somebody else is chasing me and my love and trying to prove me that they're worthy of my love, while I'm actually the one who is like, no. I hope you're getting it. I hope you're getting it. And that's when somebody says you are attracting yourself, basically. You're attracting to yourself a person that mirrors you. And I had like those two personalities. Either I'm like chasing somebody, or I am running away from somebody. And I would attract those two kinds of people, and we are never good for each other, because it's there is no balance. And I mentioned my husband. That's my longest relationship. It was in total, I think, around 3 years. Like also dating, we moved in together after 3 months. We got married after 8 months. We lived together, I don't know, like, yeah, 2.5 years, and we separated. And since then I actually didn't manage to find a long-lasting relationship. Like the last relationship was 8 months, but it was like long distance relationship. So the guy was living in Serbia and I'm living in Vienna, and it was not easy. We were breaking up definitely a few times because of like distance thing. But then at the end, the thing that actually was the reason why I ended things is because I just saw that the person is way too much in love with me, and I just I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Then I was like, I was always wondering how I managed to stay so long with my husband, ex-husband, and then we were kids. We didn't know shit, to be honest. And I remember me on my wedding day thinking that I have the all wisdom of this world. I am so smart, and I'm like right now thinking, even when we got separated, I was like, oh my god, I was thinking that I'm so smart, and I was like so dumb. Dumb. The thing with me and my husband is that there was some balance as well. Um, and funny thing is that he was also without his father, and he has so much respect for his mother, and he was treating me like a princess, but he never completely forgot his own values, his own dreams, and he never, let's say, surrendered to me. And he didn't lose himself. So we had like good days and bad days, and days when I was on the first place, and days when he was on the first place. So we were somehow managing to have that balance in our marriage and relationship, and that's probably the reason why it lasted so long. The reason why we actually ended things was not because he loved me more or I loved him more and I couldn't bear with it, or the thing, we loved each other even when we separated. But the thing is that we start fighting a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. I mean, maybe some other time. Maybe some other time. But yeah, definitely the issue was not unbalanced kind of love. If, yeah, I think that's a good explanation for it. So my marriage ended, and my last relationship, it's actually a time when I started to work on myself. And when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I told him that I am just at that age when I am very confused, where I'm not sure what I want. I would find myself thinking about, while we were together, how I actually want to be single. Yeah, and I wasn't sure if that's just because I am actually not ready to commit, or it's just, or he's just like the person that I actually don't want to commit to, because I also loved him, definitely. I was thinking that he's a great partner, that he would be a great father. I was thinking about marrying that person and like having family with that person. And this is maybe gonna sound really bad, but when I dig deep, I was thinking that maybe I just like was scared of being alone, and I found somebody who would like do those things really quickly. And I was like, yeah, I'm at that age, I should think about it, and maybe it's time for me, to settle. And there were things that I was not happy about, but I was thinking, yeah, you cannot have it all, which I don't agree. I never agreed to that. I had a friend who was telling me always, you cannot have both, you cannot have both. And I was just like, always like, but I need it. I need to have both. And when we say both, it's like somebody who is pretty enough and somebody who loves you enough, or who is a good person, And either you're gonna have somebody who's a good person and that he is not like looking good enough. I would think I can do better when it comes to the looks, but then I would sabotaging my wish to have more because I was afraid that I'm not gonna meet somebody else who is a good person. as this person was. But deep down in my heart, I never couldn't accept being with somebody who is not both. I just couldn't. There were like a lot of relationships, I mean, like it's like I didn't have a lot of relationships, but most of them were actually with guys which I didn't really like that much how they looked, but they were super nice to me. They were like great boyfriends, they would be great fathers, and I was just like trying to build something with people like it, and it would never work out at the end. And the thing is that from the beginning, I would actually know that that's not gonna work out, and at one point they're gonna be heartbroken, because I will just come to the break point where I'm like, no matter how much I want this, I cannot accept this. Yeah, that's another topic. I am sorry, this is gonna be a long video. This one is gonna be long.